Hello. Can you hear me, guys? And can you see the screen? Hello, how are you doing? A long time. And hey, wow, hi, Bella. How are you doing?
Good.
It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Seems
Oh,
like
wow.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen you in a while. I've looked at a couple of your stuff, but haven't been
Mm-hmm.
on a live Zoom call. So
Mm-hmm.
glad to
And
see you.
yes, same here. And it's always wonderful to see you. It's like, it's like meeting a friend, an old friend,
Yeah,
from childhood or something. Like, okay, hey, you're here again. It's so cool. And
yeah.
how
Even
is
though
every? Mm-hmm.
things are good. It's been, I mean, every day in the world now is a new day. You never know
Mm-hmm.
what's happening. The ground is constantly kind of shifting under your feet because
Yeah.
things just are changing. And you would think by this age you're used to change, but it's still a little wobbly.
Yeah. And
But good,
that's
doing good.
it's going great, right? And yeah, things have been really like this for a long time, especially since the pandemic and everything. And
Mhm.
I have seen that Mondays are always the grumpy days for most people. Most people have this frustration around this day that, oh my God, today's the day I have to go to work again. And it's just the day after weekends, right? And so we're going to be doing this every week from now on. Sometimes we'll be doing healing, sometimes we'll be doing meditation and something, to just bring that spark back so that we're once again, fully energized and everything. So yes, however, I mean, I know this is a very busy time because, this is when you actually go to work. So perhaps the timing could actually might be readjusted in the future so that, I would like to do it at a time when people actually wake up and then they can just, do this meditation and healing and then they go on with their everyday. But the problem is that, people are from different time zones. So we're still working on that timing. And it's also going to be recorded. So anybody can watch it anytime, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, during the noon or at night. But the idea is to, inspire people, motivate people, and heal on the beginning of the day on a Monday, because Monday has a very bad reputation, right? I mean, for most people, that's how it is. So yeah. So how are you feeling, guys? Are you feeling good? Because if you are, let me know in the chat. How do you feel? Great. Could be good. Better. I mean, okay, how about this? From 1 out of 10, how much would you rate today's morning? Like how well do you feel right now? Okay, we have an 8. Feeling great. 8. Okay, we have 2 8s. So what we could aim for is to feel 11 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, whichever way we can, right? All right. So have you guys noticed that whenever we are full of energy, wherever there is energy, there is no space for any grumpiness or any demotivation, right? Whenever you have that spark, like for example, for an athlete who is like working out or who is preparing for a massive sports for Olympics or something like that, there's always some music going on at the background. There are people cheering for them, and the energy at that moment is like super high. And basically, that's what helps that athlete to really do good. I mean, imagine another situation where there was no music, where there was just a plain ground, where there were no people cheering for that person. The attitude and everything would have been the atmosphere would have been different, right? So what happens with the help of music, with the help of a support system, with the help of people around us, is that our energy levels rise. So what we are doing right now online, virtually, is raising that energy level among ourselves. And one of the ways we can do it is with music, with people and other things. And I'm also going to discuss some things with you today that is going to help you get re-energized, not just on Mondays but on any day of the week and any time. Okay, So let's just shake our bodies first, let's just shake your body a little bit. And maybe you could scream, woohoo, it's a Monday or anything. And, you already feel that energy rising. All right. So before we go further, we're going to do this every Monday, like I said. And every Monday, we're also going to touch on some points that could help you, not just on a weekday or on a weekend, but on, on your general lifestyle. So Mondays are associated with work, Mondays are associated with stress. It's the day that we wake up and we feel like, we have to do a lot of things off. We have to take a lot of things off from our to-do list. So that's all great. We need work, we need goals, we need career in our lives. And I would suggest everyone, whoever is watching it, to also have some kind of support mechanism. And this is especially true for someone who has a lot of responsibilities. That could be corporate responsibilities, that could be responsibilities at home. Okay. For example, a mother who works very hard all throughout the day, supporting her children, cooking, cleaning, any kind of work. What happens is that even if we enjoy the work, we're constantly putting our energy on that particular thing. And what happens here is that, a part of us is being given to that task of the to-do list or to whatever we're doing. So what I would encourage anybody, who is here with me right now or who's watching the replay, is to have some kind of support mechanism. So even if you love your work, even if you're like super motivated to work, if you're working more than like 8 hours or 7 hours a day, have some kind of support. You could be people you could socialize with. And the support mechanism is basically something where you completely forget about your work. Okay. You completely forget about your assignments. You completely forget about your corporate atmosphere or anything that keeps you busy most of the time. So it could be a person or a people or a family or anything. It could be a hobby. It could be listening to music. So by that, I mean, something that you completely get immersed in. Painting, listening to music, singing, dancing, whatever you enjoy. And it's really important for us as human beings to have this energy redirected to ourselves instead of giving it away. What happens when we're working for a company, for our family, is that we're constantly giving energy away. So what we need to do is basically recharge ourselves. And for that, hobbies, meditation, journaling, these are so important. And I would like to ask you to think of a moment that yesterday, for example, did you take some time out for yourself? Did you do something that you enjoy? Did you give yourself that love that you need? And do something just for yourself, not for any kind of work, not for any kind of not for any other person, but for yourself. Maybe think about it a little bit. Maybe it could be a hobby, a meditation. Something that you have done, perhaps you could share in the chat. Okay. Wow, nice. So Pamela said that she curled up on the couch and watched a really good movie. Awesome. Yeah, that feels peaceful, right? After a long day of work or, after a weekend or during a weekend, it feels really good. And Rika said that she cooked for herself. That's great. Amazing. And since yesterday was a Sunday, do you plan to do something like, something for yourself to make yourself feel special today? Sometime just for yourself. This time is really important. Our time is our biggest asset. And yes, we are working a lot to help, to help others, to help our company, to help our family. But we really need to keep that time just for ourselves. And the main aim of today's session is to generate that awareness. So do you plan to do something special just for yourself today, even if it's for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay. Rika said that to meditate. Yes, meditation is a great way to bring that balance. And Pamela said that I meditated this morning using the Insight app. Yes, you could also be using apps, or you could be watching videos on YouTube on meditation as well. That is going to help you. That time for yourself is so precious, especially if you're someone who's constantly busy, you who has a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. That time for yourself is the most precious time, because when you are recharged, when you have completely taken care of yourself, that's when we can give to others. That's when we can work better for our company, right? Or for wherever you're working. So I would also encourage all of you to unplug. Okay, what this means is that during the 21st century we are constantly exposed to social media, to gadgets, and yeah, all these gadgets also give off radiation, you can say, a frequency. And besides that, it also takes up all of our attention. Okay, and you will see that kids who play a lot of video games nowadays, they have a problem with attention, they have a problem with temper. It's not just bad for our mental, emotional, and physical well-being, it's also a problem for our energy fields. Okay, and I'm going to elaborate more on that later. So right now it is so easy for us to gain access to any technological, like in any social media or anything where we are constantly plugged to the outside world. But before, that was not the case. Like, for example, even if we sit still at an airport, we probably will receive an email, we will have someone talking to us over WhatsApp, we'll be checking Instagram or Facebook. So we are constantly giving our attention, our focus to external sources. Whereas before that was not the case. Before we used to sit in one place, we used to perhaps, notice people around us, notice nature, or just be in our own frame. Right now, what we do is that we constantly give away this frame to others around us. And this is going to have this has a lot of effect in the long run, as well as in the short, in the short period of time. Some of the physical problems we know from regularly checking emails, watching Netflix, and regularly being used to the screen is of course our eye problem. So the more break you're going to take from screens, even if it's like for a few minutes a day, perhaps you could keep a time of the day like 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 10 minutes or something, however long you feel comfortable. Any time of the day, you could just have that slot, and perhaps that could be the time where all your electronic gadgets are turned off, switched off, or just away from you, so that you completely have your focus back to yourself. And psychologists say that people who check their screens more, they're going to feel much more irritated. They have a lot of imbalance, because their attention is constantly being drained by these gadgets. And like I said, it also emits a lot of frequencies which are actually harmful for us. So yes, the physical benefit of this unplug timing for you would be your eyes, ears, and your brain could help with that break. There are multiple mental and emotional benefits as well. For example, I'm going to touch on that topic a little bit more in one of the next sessions, micro mindfulness. But you're going to feel much more calm. You're going to feel more soothing. You're going to feel much more peaceful, because even if it's like for 15 minutes a day, every day, perhaps you could sit by the window and read a book without any distraction from any gadgets. Perhaps you could just sit on your own and perhaps talk to someone, or just be by yourself. This 15 minutes a day of unplugging yourself from all kinds of gadgets and screens and everything is going to help you feel much more mentally and emotionally stable. It's going to help you feel more relaxed, and it's also going to re-energize you, recharge you to do whatever you're doing throughout the day. And you're going to find a lot more benefits. Like, you might even have more creative thoughts, which what happens is that whenever we scroll on social media, like when we're looking at Instagram and Facebook, our thought pattern gets interrupted. So perhaps we have like some amazing idea, and the next moment we're checking on, oh, what did that person do on Instagram, or what is this celebrity doing? So what they're doing is that they're invading into our privacy, right? In a way, we don't need celebrities updates, but we're constantly being bombarded by it. And this thought interruption is also hampering our creativity, our mental peace. So it's good. I mean, technology also has a lot of benefits. I'm being connected to you guys through technology. So yeah, we have a lot of benefits from it as well. But everything in life is all about balancing, right? So even if it's for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes a day, perhaps like before, let's go back to 200 years ago when all these distractions were not there, where we could just have some coffee and not feel compelled to take our phones out. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day is enough for you to experience the benefits of that moment. And the energy benefits, and this is basically one of my most interested topics, because we are all energy beings. So whatever we're giving our energy to, for example, the work you're doing, the work you're thinking about doing right now after this call, you're going to put all your focus on that work, right? And you're going to put all your energy in that work. So suppose you're working a long time without any breaks, let's say 10 to 12 hours a day without much of a break. So what happens is that you're going to feel drained physically, mentally, emotionally. So we are all energy beings, and we also need to recharge our energies, time and again. And the best way to do it is by acts of self-care, is by, taking time out in nature, is by, again, keeping away from thought interruption, pattern interruption because of social media. So by journaling, you could have that energy, not escaping your frame. Sometimes it may even be beneficial for you to avoid people, especially if you have a work that demands a lot of socialization. For example, you have to keep on networking 24/7 because of your job or something else. It's also a good idea to keep away from people around that time, because it doesn't matter where we invest our energy, it's still going away from our bodies. So take some time out for yourself. You have that energy inside your frame. You could meditate. Many of you already meditate, but you could perhaps do something that keeps you happy, right? It's like having our own internal light, having that power point inside us, somewhere where we have this small power generator. And when we are on our own frames, that's when the generator again turns on. um, Everything in life is like that. It's always important to give to humanity, to work it for our family, for others, but we also need to sometimes just sit still and witness where we are in life, be able to reflect on life, be able to follow our breaths, okay? And if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I mean, have you ever thought about it this way? How does it feel like when you're constantly working on something compared to how does it feel like when you take this micro breaks, micro mindfulness breaks, when when you allow yourself to rest and regenerate? And of course, this is not just during the day. For example, a lot of us in the morning, we meditate, and then all throughout the day, we may be like constantly be busy, right? Doing one thing or another. And what I mean is that, even throughout the day from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, have some time out for yourself, okay? Somewhere where your energy can be can be protected, and it can be re-energized, recharged, your batteries, you can say. What is one thing you can do before nighttime today that will help you feel that recharge? one of the best ways is by doing something that you enjoy and for no outcomes, right? Like for example, perhaps you have to finish writing a book. That would be an outcome generated thing, something you have to do, not something like that, something you feel more comfortable in. Okay, yeah, exactly. So Pamela and Reka, both of them said that spend some time walking outside. Yep. That is going to have a super helpful and relaxing effect on your emotional state, and you're going to feel so much calmer, when we practice these little things. Life is all about just these little habits. We think we make life like, life is complicated and life is difficult. It's not really difficult. If we make few shifts in our habits, in our everyday lifestyle, we're going to see those changes very soon. And it's not going to perhaps be evident overnight. When you're going to apply these small shifts in your lifestyle every single day, you're going to see results like after a week or 2 weeks. You're going to feel much more productive, much calm. You'll be able to be in responsive mode instead of a reactive mode, right? Like even if something negative happens around you, you're going to feel really calm and balanced during those situations. And basically, we're done with this little presentation. Our Monday motivation sessions and Monday meditation sessions are going to be really short and cute, but I hope to really help you with some tools during this time, and also doing some breath work and things that is going to help set pace for the rest of the day. So before we go, let's do a short breath work together so that, we are really much more relaxed, and we really are prepared for the next phase, for whatever is going on in the next hour for us. Okay. All right. So perhaps you could sit comfortably in your seats. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take another breath in and let it out. Now, when you're going to take a breath, exhale through your mouth and exhale with force. So every time you're going to breathe out, imagine all the stress of that day leaving your body. Okay, I'm going to put on some music. Breathe in. Breathe out from your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in and breathe out with stress, with force. Every time you breathe out, think that all the negativity, the negative energy, the stagnant energy in your body is leaving with your exhalation. So take a deep breath in and breathe out with force. Take another breath in and breathe out with force. Imagine a very beautiful place. It could be a place with a lot of trees. There could be a lot of sunshine and flowers. Maybe there is a lake nearby. There is a very blue, beautiful sky. Inhale and exhale all the negative emotions out of your body, out of your energy field. Inhale and exhale. All the negative emotions, all the negative energies, frustration, stress, whatever was there has left your energy field, your body. And with this last exhalation that you're going to do with us right now, all that the energy that is negative and that is remaining inside is also going to be out. You're going to be fully energized and you're going to be full of energy and, you know, relaxed and positivity. Okay, inhale and exhale with force. Awesome. So I hope you had an awesome time with me. I had an awesome time with you all. I hope you remembered this. Take some time out for yourself. Give yourself little breaks throughout the day. For some time during the day, keep yourself away from screens and gadgets and just focus on yourself. And I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope every day from today is amazing. Have a wonderful time. Take care and sending you much love. Awesome. Pamela said that I loved it. I like the short sessions for just refocus. Awesome. Yes, every Monday is going to be like really short and sweet, something that is just going to help you. Okay. Take care, guys. Much love.